All right, so it's been several weeks. I came down with equal parts laziness, sickness, and birthday, but I'm finally getting back to building this week. I'm going to get going with issue 39, and then depending on how I'm feeling my O's, I might do a couple more, but as always, I'll be posting these individually. So this week, pretty cool, actually. As you'll see in just a few minutes, this issue comes with a motor, which will actually have a motorized ramp for the access to the Falcon, which is pretty cool. Not something that I was expecting, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to put that together. All right, so time to start with the swear words. Here, as always, is the technical guide. There's some unexpected things in here as well. The VCX 100 Ghost. Now, because I'm not the kind of dedicated fan you might anticipate, despite the scope of this project, I'm not entirely certain, but I'm pretty sure that this is the ship from the Rebels animated series, and I've heard that's also very good, but I'm lazy as hell, so yeah. Yeah, that looks like one of the chicks from that show. Anyway, looks like a Corellian ship, probably is. Anyway, here's some bits about the asteroid field, the chase in Empire. Really excellent sequence. Hey, the space slug. Some dude with a sock puppet on his hand is pretty awesome. A little bit there about Han and Chewie before the Battle of Yavin. And storage access, I don't know. Very exciting. Although this might actually be about smuggling compartments there. I don't know. But anyway, here you can see there's that motor that I pointed out just a few moments ago. And it's going to take a little bit of work. You can see here that there are hydraulic pistons here which need to be assembled. There are lots of tiny parts there, so I'm sure I'm going to be dropping them and swearing. And then I'm going to attach it to the frame, this bit, which I had put together in the last couple of issues. So, yeah, it's going to be a fair bit of work, but should be pretty awesome. Anyway, there it is. Here's all the bits and bobs. So, there's my big-ass motor. I'm going to be putting these pins through these actuators here and attaching them to these, and then these pivots are going to be going onto there, and these tiny little pins there are going to be attaching all this stuff, and then all of this is going to be getting attached to the frame and the ramp itself, which I've got right here, although I've got the frame elsewhere for the time being. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fine detail work here that is working with these absolutely tiny little pins. Which, are we going to focus? Are we going to focus? No, maybe not. Alright. Can I make you focus? No. You know, I should get a real freaking camera. Anyway, yeah, so got those things. One might imagine that losing these is going to be easy, and that will make me swear. So, we'll see. But anyway, I'm going to clear all this out of the way so I can get to work. First things first, I'm going to be putting these together with these bits here, and then cutting these off the sprue and attaching that. So here, this bit, then these and these, and then, well, actually these are going on too, and then all of this attached to the other parts. So off we go. There we go. So what I'm going to be doing here is we're going to be running these pins through this larger gap at the top, and then slapping it onto the bottom of these little dudes. And that's about it like that. It should move. La-di-da. It's got a little bit of play there, right? Because it's going to move around. And that's about it, I believe. Yeah, so that way these things can pivot a little bit when the ramp moves. Now the guide is saying that if I want, I can tack a little glue on there to make it sit more permanently, and I think I am going to do that because, well, I just kind of want to make things a little bit more permanent. But let me just slide that through here. Just double checking the guide here that I've got off to my side. Yeah, it does look like it's okay. Fit through this way. Yep, shouldn't come down any longer than that. Alright. Ah, balls. I forgot to get my cocktail sticks. Alright. Cocktail stick ahoy. Now let's make a mess with the goddamn glue. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, there we go. Shit, you know, I got pretty good about cleaning this glue up a little bit every time to make sure I didn't get it all stuck shut, but I guess I was not quite as diligent as I thought I was. Anyway, let's get some glue all over the goddamn place, shall we? It's a really tiny surface. Just a little smear there. In goes number 1. This had better be right, because it's not going anywhere after that. Number 2. Run the pin through. One thing at a time, Dan. God damn it. Alright, pin through. It's my shorter actuator thing. Not bad, super exciting glue. Hear my phone buzzing. Somebody sending me a goddamn message. I don't want to talk to you people. Alright. Oh, I've got some glue on myself already. Hooray. Well, that's a bit much, I think. Come here. Alright. Okay, there's number 2. Oh, I'm gluing myself to the pieces. That's very nice. Okay. Let's just set you aside for now. Hope it doesn't glue itself to anything it's not supposed to, which I suppose is also a problem. Alright. Number 3. Got to make sure that I have the pins in the right way too. Okay. This is a bit tighter than I would like it to be. This son of a bitch doesn't want to slide as neatly in. I really hope that I'm not gluing it too far out. This is probably a bad idea. I'm going to break something doing that. Alright, I'm just going to have to trust it. So I really don't want to dick this thing up. But it looks alright. I don't know, we're going to find out. Alright, and then the last one. Nice. Stupid, getting ahead of myself again. God damn it. Through. And what am I, stupid? The answer is yes. So this, I wonder if this one is. That one's about the same as the other one too. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's supposed to go about this far. Alright. Doesn't really tell you. Yeah, it doesn't look cocked up. I don't trust it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, this is how I glue this thing all over the goddamn place. Alright. And in you go. That one felt like it sank a little bit more securely, but I don't know. We'll see. Alright, well, anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of actuator things. I don't know. Next up, tiny bits. I'm going to have to do a little bit of clipping and a little bit of sanding in the interim, but yeah, there we go. Here is what might be the most insult-inducing part of this issue. Here are these 4 little tiny metal bastards, and each one of them needs to slot through the hole here at the end of the pivot, and then I need to push them into the holes on these joints to connect them. See that already? Need to connect them like yo. See if I can close up. But of course this fucking thing isn't going to focus. There. You going to focus now? Piece of shit? Maybe. A little bit. Alright, there we go. Well, anyway, excuse the blurriness, but there you go. So that's what needs to happen. So I'm just going to try and do this by hand, and we'll see how it goes. Now, I've already test fitted one of these, so these things drop in pretty easily. So now what I got to do is make sure that this piece of crap doesn't fall apart while I'm trying to fit this on the end here. Now this is a bit tighter. There we go. Alright. Oh, alright. Hey, alright. Yeah, that was much easier than I anticipated. Not bad at all, actually. Come on. There we go. Hang on, I got my pliers here, so I can give them a squeeze. There we go. Well, alright. Oh, and it rotates nicely. Okay, good deal. 1 down, 3 to go. Derp. These pins have a very, very slight ridge on the end of them. You can see how it sits in there, right? Got to make sure that's in the right way. Haha, there you go. That's right. Headache inducing. So I've got to just make sure that those go through properly. This is, so far, not as bad as I thought it would be. Alright. I'm waiting until one of these little bastards go flying across the room. But, well, there we go. Interesting. Come on, you. There we go. Okay, that's 2. Looking good so far. Now the smaller ones. Alright. Find that little ridge. Okay. Come on. There we go. Alright, just need to get it to sink a little bit so I can take the pliers to it. Okay. Alright. The third one. Sorry. And the last one. Come on, you piece of crap. Well, it's nice that I don't need to really force them to go through that initial hole there on the actuator itself. And then it only comes together when I put the rest of it into place. So hey, there we go. Alright, well sweet. And not even one bad word. So just for good measure, fuck. Alright, so anyway, here are our 4 actuator arms for the ramp. 1, 2, 3, 4. And next up is we're going to take these. We're going to take the oh my. Okay, I'm looking at the guide. And the next thing up is actually going to be taking the ramp itself, dum bum bing, and attaching it to the frame, dum bum bing. So that's next on the agenda. Let me clear this stuff out. Let me drop some crap on the floor too. Let me clear out some room, and we'll get this in order. In the moments in between what you're seeing and when I completed the last section, I had made a very unpleasant discovery. If you're paying close attention, you might notice that this frame piece with the LED strip here is actually inverted. Previously, I had the light strip stuck here and the wire running through the other way because I had the fucking thing put on upside down. Now, how did that happen, you might ask? Well, the first and obvious answer is that I'm fucking stupid. But the second thing is that the guide doesn't really show you very clearly which side is which when they're telling you to stick on the goddamn LED strip. So, I made the unpleasant discovery that I had it on the wrong way and peeled it the fuck off of here, ran the wire through the other way around, and stuck it back on here. Now, it does seem to be adhering pretty well, so I'm going to leave it, but if I need to, I suppose I can go at it again with either some glue or some more tape after the fact. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass when this thing's together. But you know what? Fuck it, because what else am I going to do? I mean, I suppose I could go at it with the tape right now, but honestly, I really don't feel like dicking around with that, and maybe even that adhesive might not even be as good. So I'm going to leave that motherfucker. Now then, next bit comes very straightforward. Just going to be screwing this guy into this guy. Now, here's another one of these dumbass things. In the online build guide, it says, and I quote, "Before you attach the ramp, make sure the lighting strip is stuck down flat, on the right side of the fucking frame. And check that the 6 black button head screws on the outside of the frame are done up tight, as these will be inaccessible when the ramp goes on." So the 6 black button head screws are done up tight. I'm guessing that maybe they mean these 6, but these are not the outside of the frame. That's on the goddamn ramp, isn't it? How many these little black button head screws do you see? Are there 6? Fucking no, there aren't 6. There are at least 12, if not more. Well, definitely more. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 20 odd black screws. And there are more over here. Which fucking 6, you assholes? I don't know. So I just tightened up all these motherfuckers. And, well, they ought to be good. So, take a deep breath. And now, to get to some more screwing, I need to first get this frame on very securely, because the other screws that are going in here, there we go, the screws that are going to be used to attach this piece of the exterior hull to the frame, are the tapping screws. And to quote the guide again, they are not designed to actually pull the frame towards the plastic, but merely to hold it in place. So I got to make sure it's in place. And now you can see, even from this distance, that this is not even close to flush. So I begin by saying, what the fuck? And then I proceed to push the shit out of this thing, try and get it together. These here are already flush. Well, this one's a little bit off, but when I give it a push, it comes together. But these two motherfuckers down here, especially these assholes all the way at the back, man, they're not even flush. What the fuck? God damn it. So, there's going to be some more yelling going on here. Wait. Okay, hang on. Aha! Okay. There we go. That sounded a bit more promising. There we go. Okay. Alright. Right, now this one's out. There we go. Okay, now we're in business. Huh. Good. You heard the popping as the holes slotted into place. You could probably also hear my blood pressure rising, because this kind of shit makes me nuts. Because what the fuck am I going to do if this shit doesn't sit on right? Alright. I think these bastards are as flush as they're likely to get. Shut the fuck up. I don't know, somebody's messaging me now. Alright, anyway. Okay, so then, now I get the self-tapping screws, and these bastards are going to go on here to hold this thing together. So this is another one of those slightly frightening times where I make permanent changes, irreversible changes. And well, gonna have to happen sooner or later. Dropping more screws. Okay. Hey, fuck you, man. Alright. Okay, no problems there. 6 more to go here. All right. Excuse me. Okay. Halfway done. At least these things are sinking nice and easy, which I suppose is to be expected because I'm just creating my own threads in the plastic here as I sink them. Still. Come on, you. Oh, come on. Get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ. Alright. Of course, I've got more frame coming along, and these little bastards, oh man, they are so fond of not quite threading up neatly. And, well, anyway, nothing to be done for that, and it's coming eventually. As a matter of fact, I'm fairly certain that the, excuse me, the next issue is going to be just back to frame only, which I suppose is good in one sense, because it means I don't need to make any unplanned trips to the hobby store to pick up more supplies like paint and such. So, yeah. Alright, come on, you. Alright. There we go. Make sure this one's tight. Okay, so there we go. Dun da da. Our ramp is attached, and this is one of the first sections of the entire ship. Oh, that's kind of ugly. I'm gonna have to do something about that. But I guess I'm painting the whole exterior of this thing anyway. But yeah, this is one of the first parts of the hull that's actually being attached to the frame. So now we can start to think about what our action figures are going to look like when they're walking down this bad boy. There's our ramp. So then, now that that's squared away, the next step is going to be attaching the motor and pivot to this thing and getting it a little bit closer to completion. So stand by while I rearrange my parts again. Here's the motor, and then here's the pivot and the pin, and this section is going to be at least a little bit simple. I just need to fit this over like yo, and then run this pin through. Now, there are several admonishments in the guide to ensure that I don't screw up this motor and this arm here that's actually going to move the ramp, so hopefully I'm not going to clumsily fuck this whole thing up. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, first I got to get this bastard through. Oh man, this thing is kind of tight. Okay, that was easier than I thought. Okay, no, fuck you. In you go. Okay. There we go. Alright. I'm going to try just doing this by hand. But, no, ow. Oh, wait, there we go. Oh, look at that. I'll run it through a little bit more. Okay, well, there we go. Whee! Alright, so our pivot is in place, so now this bad boy is going to go. Now you can see this. So we've got this bit here, which is actually going to attach to the ramp, and it's going to fit through this gap, and I'm going to glue it onto here. So this could be a little bit tricky. I am going to test it first before I glue it down. Okay. Okay, so two things going on here. Number one, I think I may have done something else really fucking dumb. Oh, shit. You know what? Oh, I fucking did. Oh, you motherfucker. Okay. So, seems that... Wait a minute. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm confused as fuck. Well, okay, so, dear viewers, let me explain something to you. You can see, I'm trying to attach this bit to the ramp. Okay, you can see that it's attached there, but obviously now these holes here are lining up with these holes here that are supposed to line up with the 4 holes on the motor are lining up okay, but you can see that the screws here holding these plates on is getting in the goddamn way. And my suspicion is that I might have been expected to put these on the underside, something which was not explained to me clearly. Oh, maybe these as well. And these are probably the 6 fucking black ones. Fucking cock, cunt, fuck! Son of a fucking bitch. Shit. Ah, oh, fuck, I'm so pissed off right now. Well, this is why they say you can't access them when the ramp is on, isn't it? You fucking assholes. That was totally unclear from the goddamn fucking guide. God fucking shit. Fuck. Oh. Let's see. Alright. It's these 6 motherfuckers. Alright, you know what? I gotta take these bitches out. Take these fuckers off. No, these fuckers off. Reattach them to the bottom of the goddamn frame and then put it all together. It's probably gonna fuck up the threads. These motherfuckers. Oh shit, I'm so pissed off right now. Fuck. Well, I'm gonna redo that shit right now and I'm gonna swear the whole goddamn time. But I will spare you that because you've already got your quota of bad words. So, bear with me. Here we are again. I just got done taking all this shit off, pulling these goddamn screws out, and you can see they are now flat because the underside, and maybe you can even see. You can take a look. There they are. These pieces of shit. Actually, the third one is back there. You can't even see it, but they are tightened. I had the presence of mind to keep these screws in the exact orientation as when I first put them in, so at least I wasn't digging out new threads. But still, fuck you. So anyway, I also went back and looked at the issue, the instructions for the issue in which I assembled this piece, and lo and behold, as I mentioned at the very start of this video, it's very difficult to discern which side was up in this thing, but it does actually say to put it on the underside, which one's a fucking underside. So fuck you. I'm still pretty pissed off about this, but at least it does seem to be squared away more or less. This does seem pretty secure, and this is not a part that's going to be seeing a lot of movement as well. So hoping I'm going to be all right. Now then, if I can get back to this motherfucker, slotting this puppy on. There we go. Okay, now this is going to be very difficult to see, but you can see I've got it flush there. So now I need to just glue it down and then screw this thing on. I'm a little nervous about this. I just have this feeling that something is going to fuck up, but what am I going to do? Anyway, it's got to be done. So then, let's see if I can create some more high blood pressure situation for myself here and fuck this up. And right now I'm just digging for my glue and making sure that I'm not doing something else stupid with the build guide here. So, yeah, glue it down and screw it on. Alright, so let me get my gluing surface out. I'm not even going to bother cutting this. Cutting the video, that is. Alright. Little dibby dab of glue onto the end of my motor here. Alright. Cocktail stick away. Alright. In you go. Oops. I really should be a little bit more careful here. I'm kind of manhandling this motor. You know what? I want a little more glue on there. There we go. Don't fall off, you piece of shit. Don't fall off. There we go. That was decent. Alright. Now, can I avoid fucking this up? And how much swearing will be done if I do? Alright, pardon me if I have a crappy angle for the viewing, but I do want to make sure this is alright. Alright, I've got it in place. I'm actually going to hold it there until it bonds a little bit more firmly. Oh my god. Of all of these videos, and I guess what this is number 39, so far this one is just totally taking the cake for being the most stressful. I can't believe that I had those plates put on upside down. That's so fucking annoying. Alright, that's on. That is on. So, now, to screw the motor into place, at least one of these threads does not look lined up, and I'm already getting fucking angry about that. As if I'm not angry enough already. But, anyway, one thing to scream about at a time. Okay, 4 black button head screws to attach the motor to the frame. Let's see how well this shit works out. This one doesn't really want to sink. There it goes. Alright. It's this one back here that looks like it's not lining up. So I am going to make sure the other... Actually, no. No, it might be a better idea to try to put this one on first, because it's got the most play available. So yeah, it just does not look lined up. Skipping around a little bit. Doesn't really want to sink. Come on, you asshole. Alright, there it goes. There it goes. Ha! Victory. Excellent. 2 more. Oh, there's fucking wires in the way. Okay, that one was easy. Now this last one. This goddamn cable is right in the goddamn way. There we go. Alright. Oh, and there it is. Alright. Victory. Alright. So my motor is on. It is definitely attached to that ramp. And, well, I managed to glue to the cap. Let me clean that up now before I forget. Alright. Final thing to do here, and I think I'm just going to keep the tape rolling. Final thing to do is put the 4 actuators, which I have over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, to attach them to their various places, and you can see that there are holes available for all 4 of them there. That's how they need to go on. I'm just double checking now to make sure that you do not mix up the left and right actuators, that you glue each actuator in the correct way around. Holy shit. Okay, well, dry run. You know what? I think I am going to make a cut, because I'm just going to be basically popping these on and ensuring that I have them in the right way, and that is not going to be that interesting. Not that anything about these videos is particularly interesting to begin with, but yeah, I'm just going to arrange that, so bear with me. Alright, well, it was a very good idea that I did the dry run fit for the 4 actuators, which you can see laid out here, because number 1, it's important that they get put in properly, which means these little pistons here are supposed to be facing forward, and that these little pylons here that attach them to the frame go in the right way. So each one is supposed to be orientated sort of like this. Did I just say orientated? Oriented. Jesus Christ. So anyway, now I need to do a couple of different things, and it's a little bit challenging because of the way I've got my video camera oriented, but I need to get some glue onto the ends of these little bastards here, and then glue them down onto the ramp, and then screw this bit into the actual frame. So I am going to be fighting with all the angles here. I'm actually going to take a different angle on this so I can see what the hell I'm doing. I rearrange things a little bit differently here for your viewing pleasure. Actually, yeah, here's a smart idea. Reorient it, you fucking schmuck. God damn it. Sometimes I'm so stupid, it is amazing. Just do this right. Alright, so anyway, first things first, glue this bad boy in there properly. It's going to go in. Hold it properly. I need to just hold it so that I can see exactly where it's going. There we go. And that's going to be that. So, alright, glue time. Getting the glue onto the ends of these bits is probably going to be groan-inducing as well. Let's see if I can avoid getting glue all over the goddamn place. More space. Alright. Okay. Glue applied. La-di-da. Okay, can I do this without fucking it up? In. Alright, that seems to have gone okay. Let's see if I can give you the angle there. Yep, and it is a fixed glue head. I am going to go ahead and start screwing these pieces down as well, because I just got a bad feeling about if I don't, so I'm going to do each one in turn. Da-da. Moving around a fair bit. Okay. And you know, the assembly here, as I've mentioned before, is actually the part of modeling that I take to. And this is already causing me a great deal of stress. When it comes time to glue this thing, holy shit, I'm probably going to die. I may very well, straight up, die. So, well, I'm sure some of you might say it was nice knowing me, but I know you're full of shit, so. Anyway, alright, that's how she's going to go on there. This one. Is this a little bit crooked? It might be a little bit crooked. I think it is. Well, fuck you. Huh. Shit. Just what I need. And there you go. Story of my goddamn life. Oh, well, you know what? Fuck you. You're going on anyway. Alright. Maybe a bit too much glue, but what am I going to do about that either? Yeah, it's kind of a larger gob of glue than I wanted, but I'm fucked. Okay. You'll never know that it's crooked. You'll never know. Unless you are watching these god-awful videos throughout. I'm not going to tell anyone. Well, at least these are sinking easily enough. And I'm dropping them. All right. Halfway there. More glue. And I'll do it over here. Actuator number 3. go. Okay. Alright. Okay. Seems to be attaching okay. Glue is holding. Alright. Ah, well, glue's definitely holding. Alright. There we go. Sinking pleasantly. At least this much is working out okay. You know, part of me is thinking that these actuators are kind of plain the way they are. I have this sneaking suspicion that painting them after the fact is going to be kind of a hassle because this thing's going to be, you know, all big and clunky and in the way. But I guess I'll just have to deal with that at a later time because I'm certainly not going to paint it right now. So, whatevs. Hell, I might not even open the ramp ever. So, yeah, we'll see. Certainly no time to worry about it right now. Alright. Well, that's the last one glued into place. Okay, not going anywhere. Final 2 screws. This one doesn't quite want to sink as nicely as its friends. Come on, you asshole. Like I haven't had enough grief today. Alright. That is it. So there we go. You can see all 4 of the actuators there sticking up like crazy, poking holes through the sky here. Got my motor in place. I have been advised not to attempt to open the ramp now because it may damage the motor without having the electrical circuit in place. I am genuinely curious what this circuit board is going to look like, where in fact the controls for all the lights are going to be and stuff like that, because this bit that I put on upside down is actually a light strip, and of course you've got these you got this ramp going on with the motor and everything, and there's also the lights in the cockpit, which I showed you many issues ago, and the engines are going to light up as well. So I don't know how the hell that's all going to be controlled, but should be interesting anyway. That's it for issue 39. I'm glad to be done with this motherfucker. Can't believe how much stress it caused me, but there you go. So, yeah, I think I'm actually going to punish myself and put 40 together right now just to get a little bit more done today. But, yeah, that's about it. So, yeah, if you watch this video, all I can say is, why? That's it.